Low-key, my eyes look really pretty in this light. Hazel eye gang, comment down below if you have hazel eyes, because like I really don't meet anyone with hazel eyes ever. Instead of stating my insecurities, let's just start the video. Actually, let me say another insecurity. I know I'm starting this video looking like trash, but you know this video is just going to be trash. I'm literally going to be using the most trashy products I have. Ugh, some things just make me sick at the thought of using them again, but here I am having to use them. So obviously, as you see from the title, I'm doing a full face of makeup I fucking hate. I don't hate any of the brands, obviously, and also just to disclaim, obviously they just don't work for me and my skin and what I like they're not full coverage, they sting my face, like all those things, so don't be offended, no one will. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and let's just jump right in. I already moisturized my face because I forgot, but I do have a moisturizer that I actually hate. Thought I loved it back in the day, but I really don't. And I'm already setting myself up for failure by using it. But when I use it, it stings my face. It makes my eyes water for like the whole day. So I am definitely just setting myself up for a huge failure right now. The last time I used it, literally for a few days after, I couldn't do any eyeshadow looks because, sorry, I look like Hagrid a bit with this hair, or like Hermione. I literally couldn't do any eye looks because my eyes were just stinging from this moisturizer. So it's the Nivea Refreshingly Soft Moisturizing Cream. Smells very strong. Sorry, my hair just looks like, I literally look like Hagrid or Hermione. This is what happens when my hair is freshly washed. It goes very frizzy. I still look exactly the same. Anyway, my eye's already stinging. Oh, I'm gonna do my eye. Oh my god, it actually hurts so bad. So this is like $5, but yeah, I don't recommend it, like, because literally my eyes are stinging. And if you see any trash in the background because I haven't cleaned my room, mind your business. The next products I actually really like, but not for this one specific use. It's a ColourPop concealer. I love it for underneath the eyes. Perfection, honestly. But to use it as an eye primer, it's the biggest flop. Like, it goes all gross. It makes my eyeshadows gross too. But obviously we won't be able to judge that today because the eyeshadow I'm using is not going to be the greatest either. So I'm going to use the shade Medium 26, which is a bit dark, but I can't bother looking for my other one. So let's just place that on my eyelids. You know what would be really interesting? I haven't used any of these products in ages. Like I haven't used the ColourPop concealer as an eye base. I haven't used a lot of these products. Imagine if I like start liking them again. It'll be a very interesting plot twist. And I actually am really open to it. I just, you know, tried them enough times to know. I'm gonna blend it out with my little tiny beauty blender. Look, it blended out really nicely, which that's exactly what it does underneath my eye. I'm already thinking that it actually might start working, but we'll have a look. I know Michael Finch said the same thing about this concealer, like it's not good for your eye primer. It's like doesn't work well, but you know, we'll try it. Now, the palette I initially was thinking to use was the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, I don't know, because it really just has fuck all pigment and I'm just not a fan. But with the P. Louise base, it actually looks really good, so I thought maybe I'll just skip out on that and use the worst palette I've ever got in my life. I'm sorry. I did get this as a gift for my 18th birthday. Yes, I'm 21 now and I still have it and I've never touched it. Well, I've touched it a few times, but like, it's disgusting. It's ugly. The brand is shameful. This is actually a brand that is shameful, but I will still use their other products that I have because I like them. But the brand is still shameful. Too Faced. The semi-sweet chocolate bar palette. You cannot tell me that this is not the ugliest palette you've ever seen in your whole life. I literally don't use it because it's so disgusting. However, it smells fucking delicious. I keep swearing a lot in this video, so sorry. It's literally the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Like, literally, I don't touch it for that reason. I've tried using the golds. Oh my god. It's like dirty too. It's getting me dirty. I just hate it. I'm being a bit dramatic, but I actually don't like this palette at all. Obviously, I have to do a boring brown eye look because literally what else are you supposed to do with this palette? There's a random blue in there and everything else is brown. Like, that is so fucking boring. Oh my god, I can't even get over it. Okay, let's get into a fun brown eye look. I can't freaking wait. I'm sure the formula is great. I don't really remember, but I just hate the actual palette. And actually, the formula is already really nice. It's pretty pigmented and blendable, but I don't recommend buying from Too Faced, even though I will probably still purchase from them in the future. Because look, they have some bomb products and I know like I should be boycotting them mentally, and when I talk, yes, I will be telling everyone to boycott them, but I don't really follow through with my own advice half the time. So I will probably still purchase from them. However, I haven't purchased from them in so long because they're just so expensive. And honestly, I didn't even like the Born This Way foundation that much. And I still try to use it occasionally, but I just don't think I like it. So maybe they don't have that many good products. I just see their products and they look really good. So yes, boycott Too Faced, but if you see me using them in the future, mind your business. So yeah, I think this is blending really pretty. I don't really want to do anything interesting, but we'll just see where we go. It's literally a random dark blue shimmer shade and a random pinky purpley shade, which I probably will use the pink shade because I feel like it. If anyone wants this palette, it is 3 years old. If you want it and you want to pay for shipping, I'll definitely send it to you. Comment down below if you want to pay for shipping from Melbourne, Australia, if you want this palette for free. And of course, my eye is watering because of that stupid moisturizer. I can't really be bothered cutting my crease or anything. So let's put the shade Pink Sugar all over my lid. Oh, I love when there's like no pigment. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like, what? It looks like there's just like specks of glitter coming off, no actual pigment. Literally, there's no color, it's just glitter. Which is usually cool, but it doesn't look like it's meant to be a glitter. Is this meant to be just a glitter? Because it doesn't look like one. It literally looks like a purple shimmer shade. Maybe because it's expired, I'm not exactly sure. Let's just like skip the eyes because they just look disgusting. And let's just jump onto my face, which is just gonna completely obliterate my skin, and I can't wait. I'm gonna do foundation. This used to be like my go-to, like in my old Instagram posts. I don't know if I still have them up, but this used to be my foundation like that I would wear. The Cover FX custom cover drops and the NYX drop foundation too, because this one is just like full of pigment basically, and this one just doesn't really have that much coverage, so I mix them together because this one's a bit too orange, this one's a bit too light. Perfect match. I haven't used it in a while and I just feel like it didn't make anything look good ever. It didn't have much coverage. It's actually dry as fuck, but let's just use it anyway. I've only had this foundation for like a year. It's a shame that you only have this for a year and it goes very dry so quick. That's a bit of a shame. So obviously it doesn't look like a drop foundation because it's dried up. I feel like I'm putting so much on that obviously it's gonna have like a good coverage because I'm putting like so much on it. Now the NYX foundation in the shade Beige. Let's put that on and let's see how, hopefully this isn't dried up. Oh, no, why do these look like these actually do match me? So like it would be pretty amazing if I actually start liking these products again. Okay. As predicted, the coverage looks ridiculous. Like, actually, like, what the fuck? I did not expect this outcome, but obviously I predicted it because I put like the whole foundation bottle all over my face. Oh, I just realized something. The Cover FX foundation is full pigment, which I just said, but I forgot. You're not meant to use much because it's so pigmented, but you know, we're here now. And I don't mind like a full coverage looking like a mask and shit. Like I love that shit. You can see how disgusting it's already like showing my pores. That better blend out nicely. Okay, so the Cover FX one actually is really drying. That's what I do remember about it because it's full pigment, as I've said 100 times. My face feels very slimy. I'm sure it looks slimy. I probably won't go back to using these because I really just like don't want to. I feel like those two products are a bit of a hassle to use, like a drop foundation and then like the full pigment, like it's just a lot of work. So here are my two least favorite concealers, the Rimmel Wake Me Up and the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Yes, everyone raved about this in the past, still sort of do, but I don't know if I got a dud because mine have all these like bumpy things, and when I would blend it out, there's like a lot of chunky white dots. I feel like that was a dud because I did see someone online once say that theirs was a dud like that too. I also just like, I'm not a fan of the applicator because you have to like push it out. I'm thinking this might be a little dry to the point where I can't even use it. It almost exploded everywhere. Anyway, so I'm gonna put that on. You can already see it's so chunky and disgusting. And then the Rimmel just has like no coverage at all, so maybe I'll put a bit of both. It actually feels very creamy, but I got this like 5 to 6 years ago, so I probably shouldn't be putting it on my face. But yeah, I think I just got a dud, so we don't need that. I'm just trying to think now. I don't think this was a dud because I feel like all the other LA Girl ones I have, which I bought like 4 at once or 3 at once, they were all the same. So maybe I just really don't like them. Anyway, let's just add the Rimmel one for coverage, even though it has none. But this is stinging. Oh, let me blend that shit out ASAP. 2 types of people. Something starts stinging on your face. One person would take it off. I would blend it in. Ew. It's literally taking off my foundation, and do you see the white chunks? Oh wow, I was not wrong. I actually had hope that I might start liking this again, or liking one of these again, but I literally can't make this up. Okay, well this side actually turned out a bit better, but it's still a bit red. Now for powder, this might come as a shock because I do use it to bake under my contour, and I'm pretty sure I gave it a good review on my first impressions, but obviously first impressions aren't always the most accurate because once you use a product for longer, you sort of realize that it's kind of trash. And I'm sorry, Fenty Beauty, I love you. The powder's really flopped, and like, yes, this is extremely white, but I thought it'd be more of a transparent color than stark white. If you bake with it, you will literally have white triangles. I bake under here and I like have to wipe it off quickly, otherwise it'll go really bad. I'll insert a picture of when I baked under here, And I don't know what happened, but it took a lot of my foundation off, and that's what it does. It takes off your foundation. You can't really use it. The way I try to like finesse it is to set my under eyes. I get a really little brush and just like set underneath really carefully, but it's just a hassle when it's trash. Of course, these concealers have creased that quickly. I just really don't like the Fenty powders, and I feel like these kind of videos of where I talk about products I hate are really good because I do a lot of first impressions and like trying new makeup, and like those aren't always the most accurate, so I can give like cool updates on these products that I've tried in these videos. So we are going to use the Fenty powder today, which by the way, I will be using this like white powder still. Like I like using it as a baking powder. Even then it's like a risky game because it can take off your foundation. I'm gonna do it in a nice way and give it the benefit of the doubt and use my little brush like I usually do. You can see it like stays stark white wherever you put it, which is really frustrating. But I feel like if you just blend it enough, it sort of goes away. But it is like scary, like look at that. I think I look more insane because here is red because of that shitty concealer. But yeah, the powder, you just have to really blend in and just have a spare brush and just like blend that shit in, and it'll eventually work. Too much hassle, it's very scary because it goes stark white. It can take your makeup off, it's not fun. So I was going to use this shade, which you can already tell is extremely dark. It's in the shade Honey. And just, I don't even understand the point of it because it's so pigmented. Like, you don't want a full face powder that's this pigmented, but I guess for baking for darker skin girls, this would be perfect. I thought this would be good for my fake tan because the one before it said it was like pink based. Honestly, I'm just really bad at like judging this kind of stuff. So maybe we'll try to use it as a bronzer, which obviously it's not made for that, but surely it should be multi-purpose. I'm gonna try it. I actually don't know if I've tried this before, so if it works out good, then maybe that will be a good new purpose for it because I spent a lot of money on the Fenty Beauty new products and I don't want it to be a waste. I'm just dipping from the lid that has like not much product because I'm a bit nervous. So far, so good actually. Okay, as a bronzer, this freaking slaps. Like, this is really nice. Now, this next product is a bronzer as well, but I'm going to use it as a contour. It's the W7 Vern Vegan Matte Bronzer. I just feel like I've tried this and I didn't really like it, but let's just try it out. I feel like it looks a bit muddy. It does. I know, I'm just like, this packaging just doesn't really like appeal to me. Not the vegan part, just like the overall. This brand just isn't really my thing. I don't even know if I've tried this bronzer before, but it does look pretty muddy. Anyway, for highlighter, I have this BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant Baked Illuminating and Bronzing Palette. These are just way too glittery. They're still fun, but I just don't reach towards them in my opinion. Like, I just don't really reach towards them ever. They look like dupes for like the Hourglass like highlighter things, but yeah, I'm just gonna dip into whatever and just like see how it looks on my face. Let's go. I'm sure it's gonna look stunning, which that is beautiful, but I think up close it's very glittery. It almost looks like my eyeshadow glitter, which you also can't see. Look, this is a really fun highlighter, and maybe if I went to like festivals or like a concert, these would be really fun. I've like kept it around because it's a fun highlighter. It's just really not like wearable because it's so glittery. Like, I don't want to walk around just having glitter on my face. Like I don't mind the blinding aspect. I just really don't like how chunky, and it makes my skin look really textured. It's just like, you know, it's an affordable highlighter. What do you expect? I'm going to do my lips. I'm actually going to line it with a lip liner I actually like because I don't really have any lip liners I don't like. Okay, I lined my lips with my Morphe lip liner, which I love. And ew, this looks absolutely disgusting. It's a sports girl lipstick. I just don't like it because I feel like it transfers and just like gets all messy. It's obviously a purple shade, even though I really don't want to use this because it looks disgusting. Oh, it's very dried out. I don't even think this is fair, like it's that dry. Usually it's a really moisturizing lipstick. While I look crazy, actually look crazy. Something to note though, so this is dried out and I've had the lid on it for years now. My MAC lipsticks, I've had them for years and they have not dried out yet. Yes, they smell funky because they're expired, but they haven't dried out. So that's just like the difference between like expensive and affordable. Here's a dark gothic purple from afar, and like just in general, looks really pretty, but it just transfers so much. Like, you cannot wear this out, like it'll get everywhere, and I hate lipsticks like that. It's just kind of yuck. So I actually have a lip gloss from Victoria's Secret, who also should be boycotted and cancelled, and it's the flavored, oh actually this is really old, flavored gloss from Victoria's Secret in the shade, or in the flavor, Mocktail Hour. Cute. I might use my finger to apply it because I don't want it to like get everywhere. Very strong scented. It's like, oh, I think it's off because I've had it for like probably 5 years. It stinks so bad. Holy shit, it stinks though. I feel like my mouth is tingling. Okay, I need to end this video. I was gonna do my brows, but I can't be bothered because I'm lazy. So yeah, honestly, this was a roller coaster. My mouth is actually stinging. I might vomit. Take some of the gloss off because it freaking stinks. That actually looks like a pretty color now. Anyway, obviously I look like trash. My skin actually looks really nice. I wouldn't like repeat this and like do the same base ever again because they are my least favorite for a reason. But I actually did finesse some of them, which is really cool, and I'm probably gonna keep a lot of them anyway. I just probably won't use them all. I'm a bit of a hoarder. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video so I can just like get out of here and get this shit off my face. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys next time looking way better.